So I guess we got a little bit of a breaking situation because of I'm okay. I need to compose myself. This is objectively like one of the fucking funniest things on the planet. Where Marjorie Taylor Greene, we've talked about her before. She's basically setting herself up for not only larger political ambitions, but also is trying to distance herself more and more from Trump in a revenge tour. The reason why her and also Thomas Massey are going as hard against Trump with in terms of the Epstein files, like I mean, she's doing all of like the liberal like sort of like talk shows and hosts, not talk show and hosts, but all like the different like news shows and everything, like going on like CNN, MSNBC, The View, because she's trying to basically hawk her image, right, of not being as a crazy conspiratorial fucking crank. When in reality, instead of being she still is the same crazy conspiratorial fucking crank. There's not been any change from this. Marjorie Taylor Greene is a charlatan. She's a grifter, and the only reason why she's doing this is for revenge. She and Thomas Massey wanted to be a part of Trump's inner circle, and Trump shut that down, according to a lot of reporting. So, and she is basically, well, her and Thomas Massey are fucking pissed about this because they got fucking snubbed by the big man Don over here. Because it doesn't matter how much of a sycophant you are to Trump, he will just drop you if he deems you not very fucking useful anymore, which is exactly what is happening now. Now it's getting, I would say, rather public, I would say, where Trump is sensing a disloyalty from Marjorie Taylor Greene, because that's the only thing that Donald Trump really cares about is if you are loyal to him, first and foremost. But there's been a lot of shakiness, especially in considering with all of the stuff that's going on with the Epstein file stuff, with the discharge petition that went through, and also the fact that next week the House is going to have a vote on the floor of the House in pertinence to the Epstein files, and more than likely that's going to go through, and there's going to be expected a lot of Republican defections, and I mean a lot of Republican defections, up to something like 100 of them. 100 Republican defections might fucking happen because think about it for literally 2 seconds. These motherfuckers, they all know Trump's not long for this world. He's deteriorating. His body is having trouble functioning. He's incredibly fucking old. He's not long for the world. Oh, not to mention, incredibly fucking dementia riddled. Brain is barely fucking working. So people know the authoritarian strongman is weakening, and that's when it all starts to generally fall apart. So they're looking for a train, or to hop off the fucking train in order to maintain their own careers, which understandable in a very sort of selfish perspective. But here's the thing: you guys have already committed for this long, and you really do not have a fucking backup plan after fucking Trump. What the fuck is the? I like I said this before. Trump is MAGA. MAGA is Trump. He is the whole thing, and no amount of like people like Marjorie Taylor Greene is going to be able to bear that torch. Like JD Vance, no, he doesn't have the sauce. He's too much of a whiny fucking weirdo. All the sycophants around Trump, nah, they can't carry that fucking torch. He is the only one that has made it such that this movement, this cultural sort of moment, when he dies, over. It's done. No one else can carry the fucking torch. And also, like, if he's looking to cut out Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is as MAGA as it gets, she is pretty much like the number two who would constantly advocate for his positions. If he's now looking to get rid of Marjorie Taylor Greene, it's not a good look. This whole fucking movement here going to be very, very fucking unstable. I can only assume, by the way, I seen the trending that MAGA is also trending. I can only assume this might have some pertinence to fucking Israel because that's one of the rifts within the Republican Party, is with Israel Palestine specifically. A lot of the younger Republicans are actual anti-Semites, and older Republicans are not. They're still like old fucking neoconservatives that just like the racism and the fact that Trump tells it like it is. That's like really, so like if we're talking about these sort of splits within the Republican Party, when this motherfucker dies, Donald Trump that is, I don't think anyone's going to be able to really square that fucking circle. There's still too many neocons, and there's still too many fucking a dumbass like LARPy like Trump populist fucking conservatives that, and they're gonna butt heads, and they're not gonna bring the fucking coalition together. But I could tell, I like reading through this, he is mad. He is not happy about what Marjorie Taylor Greene is doing in terms of supporting the fucking discharge petition, and the fact that Marjorie Taylor Greene has been taking a lot more fucking puck shots at Donald Trump. Because again, for him, one thing, the only thing that matters to him is loyalty above all else. And we talked about this concept before, where the idea that Trump is probably going to become a lame duck way earlier than before, because he only had about, I initially said about 2 years to try to enact and do as much damage as possible, try to break things as quickly as possible, that he, by the way, keeps fixing and undoing a lot of the damage that he does. For example, he had beef, coffee, and tropical fruit tariffs, I think, put into place about like a week ago. He got rid of that. He just rescinded those fucking tariffs just today. So it turns out just going around just breaking a bunch of random bullshit, it's not very effective. And I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of these stuff in Project 2025 ends up being fucking rolled back, because it turns out it's not sustainable, and you can't fucking do it. It just doesn't work. So, like I said before, like this was, he had to hit the ground running, flood the zone, do everything fucking possible. But the problem with that is that it is so inherently fucking unstable and not sustainable at all whatsoever. This sort of like Steve Bannon sort of strategy that inevitably causes a fucking collapse. It just causes a collapse, and it's fucking over. But what do we have here from the big man himself? I am withdrawing my support and endorsement of Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene of the great state of Georgia. Over the past few weeks, despite my creating record achievements of our country, including a total and complete victory on the shutdown, close borders, low taxes, no men in women's sports, or transgender for everyone. Yeah, dude, because of all the transgenders that are winning in men's sports. I'm not going to bother trying to debunk all the fucking bullshit. He is a liar. Like, it's complete fucking nonsense. Like, what? Stopping Biden's record-setting inflation that he caused because he didn't deal with COVID all that well, and Biden was basically taking care of it with the Inflation Reduction Act that he's undoing, and the inflation's starting to go back up. There's no point in debunking all the fucking shit that he's saying here, because it's all just a lie. It doesn't matter. He's just lying. Biggest regulation cuts in history. Okay, that's like the only thing, by the way, that Republicans consistently do is just regulatory fucking cuts. Like, in terms of the only things that the Republicans have ever passed, I think in the past 10 years, it's just been tax cuts, right? Those are like the only big bills. It was the 2017 tax cuts, and then the one big beautiful bill, which was also just more fucking tax cuts. Like, that's it. Stopping 8 wars, rebuilding our military, being respected by every country in the world, as opposed to being the laughingstock that we were just 12 months ago. I got bad news for you there, buddy. Oh, people are laughing at you way more, bro. But okay. Having trillions of dollars, record-setting, invested in the USA, and having created the hottest country anywhere in the world from being a dead country just 12 months ago, and so much more. All I see is wacky Marjorie do is complain. He's mad, dude. He's fucking pissed. And yeah, Marjorie Taylor Greene has been getting rather vocal and complaining because you decided to not have her a part of the fucking inner circle. She wanted something. She wanted a reward for her fucking goddamn loyalty, and you decided no. You decided to stab her in the fucking back. Honestly, like, we could talk about how much of an idiot Marjorie Taylor Greene is. I mean, she is an idiot in some respects, but she's also intelligent in other ones. Like, she's recognizing the fucking moment and is now completely playing Trump. Like, I'll be quite honest, she's looking for higher ambitions for political office for herself, and she's doing the slick thing that any other fucking politician would do. She's evolved into a politician at this point. Like, and Trump, dementia-addled, complete, just brain gone, doesn't recognize any of this because, again, in his mind, all he cares about is, well, loyalty. That's it, first and foremost. Everyone must be loyal above all else. If you're not loyal to, well, the wannabe fucking king in this particular respect, then you're gonna get fucking cut out. But it's not gonna really work, I think, all that well for Trump because he's weakening. Dementia-addled, brain barely works, his body barely fucking works, he's old, he's decrepit, he's like rotting away. Like, some people are going to go down with the ship, like Mike Johnson, JD Vance, and all the other sycophants within the administration. They're going to go down with the ship more than likely. But a lot of these politicians within the Senate and the House, they're going to look for a way off of that ship because they know that it's looking over. Like, when that Epstein file vote happens, we're going to see so many fucking Republicans vote for that shit. It's going to be insane. It seemed to all begin when I sent her a poll stating that she should not run for senator or governor. She is at 12% and didn't have a chance unless, of course, she had my endorsement, which she isn't about to get. So here's the thing. Donald Trump is actually technically correct here, right? Marjorie Taylor Greene does well in her district because of how fucking insane her district is. She would not be able to do as well in a more statewide race where a lot more people would be able to vote against her. I do agree with Trump on that one, but it's not about her wanting to run for senator. She does have higher ambitions for office. I don't disagree with that, but she wanted to be a part of his inner circle, and he just actively fucking denied that. Same with Thomas Massie. These guys used to be huge fucking Trump sycophants, if you recall back in history, but now, I mean, Thomas Massie led the head of the charge on the Epstein files, and Marjorie Taylor Greene is talking about fucking healthcare and not wanting to accept a single shekel from fucking AIPAC. Again, she's still an anti-Semite. She's still a fucking insane psychopath, but unfortunately that path has been opened because of the failure of the Democratic Party, but that's a whole fucking different story. He's now stabbing Marjorie Taylor Greene in the back because of some fucking criticisms she's having, because she's being more open about the fact that she wants to get off the fucking goddamn Trump train. While in her district is solid red, like 65%, yeah, she's not gonna lose in that district. Like, so long as she runs in there as a Republican, it's over. It doesn't fucking matter, right? Like, she's a Republican, the Republicans are gonna vote for the Republican every single time, unless there's like someone who's like more loyal to Trump. But I don't know, like, the dynamics of that fucking district could be like, I don't know, like, who the fuck knows exactly in terms of the dynamics. Like, could be like if another guy gets put in there, could split the vote, maybe cause an opening for a Democrat to win for some reason or something. Like, who the fuck knows? But I don't think that's gonna happen. But that's like a potential fucking scenario, right? She has told many people that she is upset that I didn't return her phone calls anymore, but with 219 congressmen and women, 53 U.S. senators, and 24 cabinet members, almost 200 countries, and an otherwise normal life to lead, I can't take a ranting lunatic's call every day. He just called her a fucking lunatic. That's fucking hilarious, dude. God, we love to see this fucking infighting. It's so fucking good, bro. Jesus Christ. I understand that wonderful conservative people are thinking about primarying Marjorie in her district of Georgia, that they too are fed up with her and her antics, and if the right person runs, they will have my complete and unyielding support. She has gone far left, even doing The View. Yeah, Jewish space laser lady has gone far left. Dude, this fucking infighting all being brought about by Marjorie Taylor Greene criticizing Trump on healthcare, and also the sycophancy to fucking AIPAC and Israel is chef's fucking kiss, dude. It's so fucking good. Even doing The View with their low IQ Republican hating anchors, Thank you for your attention to this matter. Make America great again. He is fucking mad, and it's getting fucking catty. He's so pissed. But here's him on fucking Air Force One. Why don't we take a listen?
That would be happening. And by the way, I stay home 98% of the time. The last thing I want to do is travel 22 hours in an airplane, as nice as this plane is. So, Marjorie Taylor Greene is not anyway. I mean, she is a very different thinking than I have. Something happened to her over the last period of a month or two.
Yeah, you decided to not let her in your fucking inner circle, dude, and decided to stop her fucking political ambitions. You stabbed her in the back because, again, it doesn't matter with Trump unless you're absolutely fucking loyal and you're willing to, like, lick his fucking boots. He's just gonna stab you. The concept of trust for someone like Donald Trump is anathema. He doesn't know what that is because he could give less of a flying fuck about such a fucking concept, right? Like, trust. People are supposed to trust in one another and care for one another. What is that? I don't know what that means. Like, he doesn't really give a shit about any of that because, again, it's all about, like, sycophancy for him. And eventually, because people know. Eventually, this, like, whole flash in the pan MAGA moment is going to peter out, turn into nothing, because he's gonna die, because he doesn't have a fucking successor. Who's his successor? Like, Don Jr.? Yeah, right, Don Jr. is not gonna be able to carry the mantle. He's too much of a fucking loser-ass weirdo. J.D. Vance? He's not gonna carry the torch. He's too much of a whiny Peter Thiel little fucking freakazoid. Like, he's not going to be able to carry the torch either. Like, none of these people are going to be able to carry the torch, and eventually this movement is going to die. Marjorie Taylor Greene has made that recognition, and she's looking to try to get off the fucking train, because she's like, uh-oh. Yeah, like, he's deteriorating. The authoritarian, like, strongman is weakening and is probably going to fucking die, so, it's not going to happen. Oh, yeah, there's no way. Like, the Cope tweets, people saying, like, we need to continue MAGA without Trump, not gonna happen. And I've commented on this, I think, years ago. Like, when he fucking dies, and it's a when, not an if, he's gonna fucking die eventually. Because he's old, he's decrepit, his brain is not there anymore. Because he's, like, an 80-year-old fucking man. Like, of course, he's eventually gonna fucking deteriorate. Like, that's just how it is. Age is a fucking bitch. I know. It is what it is. And he's basically just going to have his movement die with him because he loves the adulation and being centered in the conversation way fucking more in comparison to anyone else. He can't let go of any of this. Yeah, terrible diet. He does have a sedentary lifestyle. Yeah, 1000% boy meets mini. Like, and he's incredibly fucking old. I'm surprised he's even made it for this fucking long. But again, this was fucking inevitable. It was gonna fucking happen because he is this fucking old now. Like, with the bad diet and everything, and how he is sedentary, he's gonna fucking die off eventually. But anywho, yeah, like, he never gave a successor or anything, so it was inevitable that this was all just going to die off just with him. Like, because he has to have, because he's such a, like, little catty fucking bitch and such a fucking egotistical narcissist, and has to have everything centered around him specifically. He was always going to basically have his movement die with him and never fucking probably list a successor because no one would be able to fucking carry that torch in his mind.
Where she changed, I think, politically, I think that her constituents aren't going to be happy. Already, I have people calling me, they want to chat.
I don't think Marjorie Taylor Greene is essentially doing her job, and she's probably heard from her constituents talk about how they do not like the healthcare cuts that he did in the One Big Beautiful Bill, and she's more than likely being receptive to that. She's actually representing the will of her fucking voters, right? So, like, yeah, like, of course.
Challenge her to a race in her district in Georgia. And, that's too bad. She's lost a wonderful conservative reputation. But when she says, don't go overseas, if I didn't go overseas, we might be in a war right now with China. That would be happening.
I don't think that's the main reasoning for as to why, like, no, JD is definitely not fucking filling the boots. He doesn't have the sauce. But here's Marjorie Taylor Greene responding to what Trump is fucking saying. President Trump just attacked and lied about me. I haven't called him at all, but I did send these text messages today. Apparently this is what sent him over the edge. The Epstein files. We're going to get to the texts because we all know that discharge petition went through. He desperately tried to get Lauren Boebert to flip on the fucking discharge petition, and credit to Lauren Boebert. She also sees the writing on the wall and wants to continue in fucking politics. She knows that he's also not going to be long for this world, and she wants to continue having a fucking political career. So, Trump, I don't know why Trump went after Boebert. I feel like Nancy Mace would have been probably easier to make flip because she doesn't believe in anything. Like, Nancy Mace just is a cipher. Like, she believes in fucking nothing. I think with, like, Lauren Boebert, maybe she has, like, slightly more beliefs. Like, he's not going to get Marjorie. He's not going to get Marjorie to fucking flip because, I mean, even Marjorie herself has talked about how the attitudes in the Republican Party for women are really, really bad. I wonder why, Marjorie, but whatever. But he, or rather she, like, has talked about this before. Besides, like, all the women shit. I mean, she's wanted higher fucking ambition to be a part of Trump's inner circle, and Trump just denied her entry to this. Because here's the thing with fucking Donald Trump, and people need to remember this about him. He doesn't like his supporters. He fucking hates his supporters. He sees them as all incredibly backwards country fucking blumpkins who are unsophisticated fucking weirdos. And he's talked about this before. And like old fucking audios that have come out before. He has mentioned how he does not like his fucking supporters. He sees them as fucking decrepit, stupid, rural, backward fucking morons. He doesn't like them. He hates them. Absolutely fucking despises them. So it doesn't surprise me that eventually he's just gonna stab all these people in the fucking back, all the country blumpkins that he doesn't fucking like, because in the mind of Trump, he just wants to have adulation amongst one set of people and one set of people only. The rich and the corporations, the elite, because he himself was considered to be a laughingstock of the elite. Everyone would constantly make fun of Trump because of how terrible at business he was, how he always had a silver spoon in his mouth. If he didn't have his fucking inheritance, he'd ultimately amount to absolutely fucking nothing. And him running as fucking president was a sort of revenge tour for that. It was always been all about revenge for someone as petty and fucking narcissistic as Trump, to essentially show up all the like stupid fucking elitist pedophile weirdos that he's always been around, that he can actually have some fucking relevance as Donald fucking Trump. Because ever since The Apprentice, no one gave a fuck about Trump at all. Like, and he was like popular amongst the masses because he was just like, yeah, he's like a cool billionaire playboy or whatever. But then after The Apprentice, and especially when he became president, all that got fucking thrown out the window when he started doing his fucking revenge tour for the past 10 fucking years at this point, because he's incredibly spiteful, petty, and narcissistic. So, yeah, like, it doesn't really surprise me at all whatsoever that this, like, petty, weird fucking asshole who is probably a fucking pedophile has attracted the ire of a lot of these other fucking leaders, because he's just generally not a very, like, pleasant person to be around. Like, I don't even understand how Jeffrey Epstein was fucking best friends with the fucking dude, because he is, like, Donald Trump is not the kind of guy you'd ever want to fucking have a beer with, but he was able to capture a particular cultural moment and take that to use that to his advantage in order to rocket himself into fucking power, and then just do his fucking revenge tour on everyone else who he believes has fucking wronged him. That's all that it was ultimately with fucking Trump. All about marketing and revenge for him, ultimately. The other thing is, people in general are tired of dealing with the cult members. They become reprehensible. Oh, 1000%, boy meets Minnie. Yeah, like, don't bother. Like, have you seen what Trump supporters are doing in order to defend the fact that he's definitely in the fucking Epstein files? They're doing like, actually, it's a phobophilia, and asking like, what is actually wrong with child rape? And it's just like, okay, bro, nonsense. Yeah, the Dean Withers clip, it should shed some fucking light on how these people are absolutely fucking gone. You can't negotiate with these people. They are too far gone. Just don't bother with them. Just insult them. Socially ostracize them. That's all you can do with these people. And of course, he's coming after me hard to make an example to scare all the other Republicans before next week's vote to release the Epstein files. It's astonishing, really, how hard he's fighting to stop the Epstein files from coming out, that he's actually going to this level. But really, most Americans wish he would fight this hard to help the forgotten men and women of America who are fed up with foreign wars and foreign causes, are going broke trying to feed their families, and are losing hope of ever achieving the American dream. That's what I voted for. Okay, when Marjorie Taylor Greene is doing all this fucking populist shtick, it's bullshit. Complete fucking bullshit. She's like she has a bunch of fucking real estate assets and doesn't even live in her fucking goddamn district. It's nonsensical. Okay, this is a canard, right? For her, it's all about trying to get to power. Don't believe anything that comes out of this motherfucker. I've supported President Trump too much with too much of my precious time, too much of my own money, and fought harder for him even when almost all other Republicans turned their back and denounced him. But I don't worship or serve Donald Trump. I worship God. Jesus is my savior, and I serve my district, Georgia 14, and the American people. I remain the same today as I have been, and I will continue to pray this administration will be successful because the American people desperately deserve what they voted for. For me, I remain America first and America only. Like, bullshit, by the way, obviously. Like, it's a complete canard. This is the standard fucking populist shtick that she's doing because of the fact that she knows that Donald Trump is deteriorating and is looking for an off-ramp off of the fucking Trump train. But what do we have here? Is this a text of the big man himself? She's leaking DMs. That's crazy. Check the flight logs of Epstein's airplane. Bill Clinton is on there like 26 times, Hillary too. For many of us, releasing the Epstein files has always been for the women who were victims of Jeffrey Epstein, but also because we believe that Democrat bad guys like the Clintons were entangled and involved with him. Epstein was the spider that wove the web of the deep state. Lean into it. So we all know, like, listen, we talked about this before, but yeah, there's a bunch of like it's just a bunch of elites. We all know what Jeffrey Epstein's whole shtick was. He's a power broker. The reason why he had a bunch of fucking dirt on every fucking billionaire is that it's a sort of perverted, demented form of solidarity amongst these fucking thieves, right? Very, very demented and perverted, to say the fucking least. And the purpose of this was pretty fucking goddamn simple. It's to just have a bunch of shit ready to fucking leak out if any of them decide to step out of line. That's the purpose about all of this. Like all the fucking pedo tapes that Jeffrey Epstein had on all these like elite power brokers. Yeah, 1000%. He could leak that. Yeah, I wouldn't exactly call him deep state. Well, we all know that Jeffrey Epstein has ties to, some ties to fucking Mossad. He definitely has ties to intelligence assets and intelligence agencies. We know that for certain, right? Like, Ghislaine Maxwell's fucking dad was, like, above Mossad. Like, he was the guy. There's articles and reporting on this. Like, there's definitely some fucking crazy ass shit that's going on there, okay? Like, there are some, like, weird deep state fucking bullshit that's going on here. Like, that's not hyperbole. Like, but I've talked about this before, but it's very useful for, like, a nation state, for a security apparatus to know what all these incredible, powerful people might potentially do and to have dirt on them to keep them in line with the goals of the fucking state. Because if all the billionaires bandied together to try to oust through money and, like, economic sort of productivity within the United States to basically undo the nation state, they could fucking do that. And it's up to, well, all these intelligence agencies to make sure that that's not the case. So having an individual like like all this like material on them as blackmail is very, very fucking necessary to make sure that these motherfuckers stay in line ultimately with the goal of the state. Oh, I'm just disagreeing with him being some mastermind orchestrator. Yes, he's definitely not an orchestrator. No, not at all. Yeah, he's a connecting piece. He's meant to basically keep all the people in line. That's his fucking purpose. Who the fuck is this? Who is this Natalie individual? Is this God, is this the person at USDA? I don't know who this is. The Jeffrey Epstein hoax. That seems like some shit that Donald Trump would say. Or is this someone else who's texting? I'm not very sure, I'll be honest. In every single interview I have done, I have defended President Trump. I said over and over, the women say he did nothing wrong, and their attorney says he's the only one who's helped. And the Democrats had 4 years to release the files, but did nothing. Okay, this fucking talking point is so stupid. That doesn't ultimately matter. The one who raised the fucking issue was, Trump. Trump was the one who made a big stink about releasing the fucking Epstein files and immediately tried to back off of it. That's it. Stupid. Stop ignoring the women. Many of them literally voted for President Trump and say so publicly. Them being raped as teenagers is not a hoax. Don't really disagree with that. Yeah, but he has like raped some fucking teenagers with Jeffrey Epstein. That's what a lot of the emails have said. So yeah, like he is also fucking culpable there. He doesn't want to release the Epstein files because he knows he's fucking implicated in there. And the Epstein files is the magnum opus for all these conspiratorial fucking freaks. If they see that he's in there, they're going to fucking check out and not want to participate in fucking politics anymore. Which would be a disaster for Trump. He'd lose a large fucking core constituency that he would have. So that's why he doesn't want the Epstein files under every circumstance to not be released. But yeah, honestly, like, let them fucking fight it out. Keep fighting, Marjorie. Keep fighting, Trump. Keep doing that. Because guess what? You're not stopping the release of the fucking Epstein files. The train is chugging along without any problems. There's not going to be any more interruptions. Mike Johnson has basically very little cards left in the fucking tank. Like, there's not much he can really do. So, inevitably, this is going to come out. At this point, the only thing that might potentially happen, is if for some reason, and it's a veto-proof majority, like, he can't fucking veto the shit. Because if it passes through the House, which I think is going to get 2/3, 1,000%. Oh, is his executive assistant? Oh, Natalie is his executive assistant. Okay, thank you, Boy Meets Minnie. So, it's going to probably make it through the House with 2/3 majority. I think that's going to happen. 100 Republicans have said they're going to probably vote in favor of this. So, 2/3, easy, done. Might even be higher than 2/3. Might even be like 70+%. A lot of fucking people there. The question then ultimately becomes the Senate, because there's going to be a lot of pressure on the fucking Senate. All the Democrats are going to vote for this, no problem. The question is are about 20 Republicans going to cross over? Because that would also need 2/3 to be a veto-proof majority. And the reason why it needs to be veto-proof is because of the fact that more than likely, and I mean more than likely, if that bill comes to his fucking desk, he's vetoing it. 1,000 fucking percent he's not signing that. Like, what are you, fucking crazy? Of course he's not going to fucking sign it. Which, either way, makes him look really bad. If he signs it and it releases, makes him look bad. If he doesn't sign it and vetoes it, that also just makes him look really, really fucking bad. It's just like, yep, obviously, he's going to fucking cover all that shit up. Duh, obviously. And it's going to make... Either way, he's fucked. There's, like, nothing he can do, generally speaking. And he's going to lose fucking support amongst the base. Which is very, very bad for Donald Trump. Because it's like all he has left is the base. Is the loyalty of the Republican fucking constituency. Who will wade through thick and thin in order to fucking support him. Like... Snap cuts, who gives a fuck about any of that shit? Losing healthcare, they don't give a shit about that either. But the Epstein files, this was their fucking magnum opus. This was the fucking coming storm. The reason why he got fucking elected was to expose all the fucking Democrat fucking pedophiles and elites that are harvesting adrenochrome. And if his ass is in there, done. The conspiracy will immediately collapse in on itself, and he's going to lose a significant amount of power. And he knows it. He knows it. And even if he doesn't end up signing it, which he definitely won't, obviously, if it's not a veto-proof majority, it's going to basically make him look really, really bad. Yeah, so much for fucking Pizzagate. Yeah, exactly, Boy Meets Minnie. The only other thing that might potentially happen, and this might cause... I don't know if this would be a constitutional crisis, Boy Meets Minnie. I think it might be a constitutional crisis. Is if it is a veto-proof majority in both the House and the Senate, and he just refuses to fucking sign the bill, because guess what? It's veto-proof. He can't do shit. He has to sign the fucking bill. Then that is, like, the only other way he might be able to wiggle out of this, specifically. Like, if Trump, I don't know, has, like, a giant fucking brain or whatever... he tells like a bunch of Republican senators to sign it, have the veto-proof majority, and then try to see if he can like argue out of court. Would it trigger another shutdown? I don't know, honestly, right? Like, because that's never happened before. If it's anything that's passed through with a veto-proof majority, I don't know. I have no idea what might fucking happen. I think that I think it would be a constitutional fucking crisis. It'd be a crisis because there's no answer to that. I don't think there's any answer to that question. I'll be honest. And if that were to happen, it would be a complete fucking shit show. It would be a disaster. But I mean, we'll see. I think we'll have to wait and see what exactly is going to happen here. Obviously, I want it to be veto-proof majorities in both the House and the Senate, and then him not sign it, because I think that would be the funniest outcome, and seeing the complete shit show as a result would be objectively one of the funniest things on the fucking planet, because his dumbass is not going to be able to properly fucking navigate that. In terms of all of his fucking court, like in how he's been performing in court, he's been performing terribly in fucking court, and the federal courts are going to force him to fucking sign that shit, and he's going to try to appeal to the Supreme Court. It's the only chance he may fucking have, is to appeal that shit to the Supreme Court to not sign that. Meanwhile, I guess the normal duties of Congress are going to continue while the Supreme Court litigates this or something. I don't know. I have no idea what statute could be called upon by fucking Sauer or some shit in order to argue for him to not sign a veto-proof bill into fucking law. Like, I have no idea. I don't know what could possibly happen. Like, we would be treading into unknown fucking territory, and it'd be fucking crazy to see what happens. But yeah, like, I'm kind of going off on a bit of a tangent. I'm going on a little bit of a ramble, to be more specific here. The idea that this could fucking happen would be absolutely fucking insanity, dude. That the constitutional crisis might have, like, political fucking earthquakes within the United States of America. And either way, like, Trump's fucked. Like, he's fucked. There's nothing he can do. It's over. He delayed for so long, tried to put out counter narratives to have people not pay attention anymore to the Epstein files. It's not working because he can't vice signal like he normally would on every other issue. He can't get out ahead of the stories and vice signal like he always does, because with the Epstein files, it's very, very easy to get into. It's a very simple political fucking message. And he's a part of the elite, and the obvious cover-up is so ridiculously obvious that everyone recognizes this for what it is. Oh, it's just another instance of a fucking elitist covering up obvious fucking pedophile shit that's going on right now. And it's making him look really, really, really bad. So yeah, personally, I would love to see the complete fucking shit show that this might fucking cause. It would be objectively one of the craziest fucking things that would happen. I have no idea where it would go from there in terms of like all of my learning and looking into fucking American politics and whatnot. Like, I don't know what would happen from there. I don't know if like there's any constitutional scholars or whatever that can answer these questions. But if like a veto-proof majority bill were to get to the president, and if he just refuses to fucking sign, I have no idea what would happen. But yeah, it would be objectively one of the funniest things to see happen if like he just decides to not fucking sign that bill and just like ignores it even though he can't fucking ignore it. But we'll just have to wait and see what exactly happens, because I really do think that once this train is now fucking going, and I don't think really much of anything is stopping it, because I think this sails through the House. It really just depends on the fucking Senate right now, and that's like the last chance that he has. So we'll just have to wait and see what exactly fucking happens, and see how Teflon Don somehow gets out of this fucking bullshit. It's gonna be fucking hilarious to see.